to the Hard Luck Blues Show. My name is E.C. White, a.k.a. Hard Luck. And my guest today is none other than Mr. T.D. Young.
Yes, sir.
I want to call you Jake.
Yeah, that's all right.
Welcome to the Hard Luck Blues Show. So, just heard your song on there, on Facebook, I think it was. And
Yes.
I'm not familiar with you, but you say you've been around for a while.
I've been around. I come down as a young man.
Well, let me start off. I'm jumping the gun a little bit.
Go.
Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Lexington, Kentucky.
KY, yeah.
I'm there with all the great horses.
Lexington up there for 65, right?
Yes, you go to 6'5". Yes.
Okay,
Blue Grass
side
Park,
of Nashville. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead now and tell us something about you.
Well, I'm a blues artist, as they say, and because I love what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm from Lexington, and I started off on a railroad track, playing blues with these old men.
Yeah.
And I used to get in trouble because I used to go when I got out of school. I was still in junior high, and I used to run down there and listen to these guys play this music.
Yeah.
And they would play these guitars and spoons and just blow the jug and all this stuff. And I'm like, how do you do this?
Wow.
And they'd be laughing and talking. And my mother used to get on me and say, you don't got no business hanging down on the railroad track with those old men. But the music what attract me. So finally, this Mr. Harrison gave me his guitar and said, here, take it home. You're going to play this guitar. I took it home. My mother, come on, let's go back up there, take his guitar back. He came back. He said, no, I gave him the guitar. I said, he's going to play.
Wow, that's awesome.
He's going to play. And but I wailed on that guitar all day, all night long. I almost got whooping for it because I wouldn't put the guitar down.
Yeah.
But soon I picked up on what he was playing, so I played by ear, and I remember his finger, the way he placed his finger on that.
Wow.
So I tried it and thought I, doing good, and I went down and I said, Mr. Harrison, I think I got it.
Wow.
He's go ahead and play it. And I'm down there and with all the old men, and he would say, you got it, you got him. He said, fall, and then you fire down on that guitar, you got it. And I'm looking at him like, what are you talking about, fire down on him,
Yeah, just doing
I didn't learn what fire down on it until I got older.
Okay, what do it mean?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. He said, fire down on it, do what you got to do on that guitar. Now I understand it.
Wow.
It took a long time. And that means put your heart into it, your feelings, and fire down on that guitar.
Wow.
And that's what I've been
awesome.
doing.
I see you know some of my friends here in Memphis. Say you knew the late, great Little Howler Wolf.
Yes, he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my friend Big Jerry, the late Big Jerry.
Late Big Jerry, these cats looked out for me.
Mr. Bill Wilson.
Mr. Bill Wilson, he was the first.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this. When I first got to Memphis, I said, I heard about Beale Street. I always wanted to play on Beale Street. He's playing in the park, up on the tree, all that other stuff wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I said, sir, I said, can I play? He said, oh no. He said, I just had a cat play, and he just destroyed me. He said he couldn't play. I said, give me a chance. And he said, I don't know. I said, I'll tip the bucket. Just give me an opportunity to play.
Yeah.
He asked that guy, you won't give this guy a chance. He said, yeah, go ahead. So I went to the car, got my guitar and amp, and I drove across there, plugged it up.
Wow.
And he said, what key you want then? I said, it don't make no difference to me. All keys the same to me. He looked at me like, oh, really? So he called the key out, and I started playing. I started firing down on it. He said, I thought you said you couldn't play. I said, well, I can't really play that. Well, he said, well, you got the job for the rest of the day. He said, you just stay here with us the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Boy, that tip bucket started filling up.
Wow. That's awesome.
He said, don't you worry about it, I'll take care of you, young man. He said, and then I got to, I played with him all day.
Mm-hmm.
And then another guy heard me play. Then he said, hey man, you are you busy tonight? I said, no. He said, well, can you play? Do you play with any other bands? I said, sure. So I went and played with this other guy. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
But I went on and played. It made me no different. I played with him back.
You made me forget my other friend that you played with. All these guys we're talking about deceased, Fred Sanders.
Fred Sanders.
Man, that's awesome.
Fred Sanders was tough. I mean, he was, gosh, he could play guitar.
Yes.
All these cats was amazing to me.
Yeah.
And Fred used to call people up. He would play, and then he would say, if anybody want to come up, play a little bit. But I'm standing there. I mean, I get in line. I was anxious. Well, he never did get to me. I was saying, this cat don't like me or something,
Yeah.
And then it goes on, so his bass player, he had a bass player that played with him all the time, big dude. The bass player seen me, say, hey man, you want to play with me tonight at this club? And I said, sure. So I went to this club, I don't know where it was. It was like a run down place, and I went in and like, what is going on here? But then about an hour or two later, that place was jam packed.
Wow.
So after that, he must have told Fred, check this young man out. So Fred contacted me the next time I came. He said, when you coming back? And I told him. So he said, well, Fred wants you to come and play for him. And I said, who? He said, Fred wants you. So I went and I played with him down on Bill Street, and me and him connected. And after that, he said, young man, you got the spirit.
Fred, Fred Sanders.
You got that spirit.
Yeah.
And he said, and plus, you play different from everybody else.
Yeah.
I said, well, thank you. I said, anytime you need me, Mr. Fred. He said, don't call me Mr. Fred. Just Fred do all right. I said, okay. And we hooked up. We was friends forever.
Yeah. How did you meet my friend, Mr. Wolf? And then I want to talk about Big Jerry, but we really hurting for time.
Okay, Mr. Wolf came down, he had his bus. He was in a bus.
Yeah.
He come, and I was playing with a band. He came up, and we was playing in the park.
Yeah.
And Mr. Wolf come up, and everybody knew him. I'm like, who is this kid? So I'm singing, and he got to howling and this and that.
Yeah.
And then he was, sure you're right, and I got tickles, right?
Yeah.
I said, who's this kid? And then he always flex his arm.
Oh yeah,
He flex his arm.
muscles.
And then I started playing the guitar, and he said, where you from? This and that, and I told him. He said, I need a guitar player. So I wound up playing with him on several jobs. And then he said, why don't you just move to Memphis? You can be my guitar player.
Wow.
I went to his house. He had a guitar, and then he was teaching me some of his licks. He played guitar too.
Yeah.
He said, this is how you play it. And I got pictures of that too. This is how you play this song here. And he was sat and I would learn. He said, boy, if you could just move here. He said, you catch on so fast to this blues. And I said, well, thank you, Fred. I mean, not Fred, Mr. Howland Wolf. No, just call me Howland Wolf or Wolf. I said, okay.
Yeah,
but he was such a nice guy. They invited me down for dinner. Every time I would come, him and his wife. And then the other funny part, I'm not going to keep it. He took me back in the backyard and went fishing. And the boat stopped in the middle of the lake, and I said, Lord have mercy. We out here, and he can't get this boat started. I said, what's going to happen next? I said, but anyway, he wound up getting it started, and once we got back to his backyard, and I said, shoot, I ain't going to do this no more.
Yeah. And you say you knew Big Jerry too, so you met all these people coming on Beale Street.
Well, I met Big Jerry. Big Jerry was real kind to me, unbelievable, and he always said, "Come on, play." He doesn't turn down too many players.
No.
And I started playing for Big Jerry, and I would come up. I would drive up every weekend. And sometimes I would sleep in my vehicle.
Yeah.
And Big Jerry gave me the opportunity, and then I told Big Jerry I had my own band. So Big Jerry said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break this weekend. Now I want you to bring your band up and play now in my spot. That was awful kind of him to give us opportunity to play in his spot.
Yeah.
And buddy, we drew people.
And what was the name of your band?
T.D. Young.
T.D. Young and Band. Huh?
T.D. Young, everybody T.D. Young band.
Wow.
But we we're pretty tight. We're still together.
Oh, is that right?
We've been
Same original guys.
got one original left.
Yeah.
Everybody else has kind of died and gone.
Yeah.
But this guy been playing with me 48 years.
Wow.
Bass player.
Man, he got to be a good friend. Somebody that long.
He's a good friend, dedicated.
Yeah.
You can't find a lot of musicians that's dedicated
Yeah.
and loyal anymore. Everybody's musicians all mixing up and stuff now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's not as like it used to be.
Well, man, you named some greats there today, and I thank you. And I've been knowing these guys for a long time. Originally, I'm a truck driver, and I've said this on several shows. And I always just like live music, and I would always. Everybody think I play or sing or something, but I just like to hang around them. I love to just hang around them. And
I met so many people, Lerone
Powell. Yeah,
he's a good friend of mine. He's gone now. He loved me. He said, "TD, you're different, you're loyal, and he said, you love what you do, your compassion." He said, "I'm going to help you." And he did. He went around, he helped me as much as he could.
Yeah.
And I met some.
Powell.
Yes, I met a lot of people.
Yeah, but hanging down on building with the ones you're talking about, we know a lot of the same people, just didn't never met one another. So
it was so fun. I mean,
Big Gary, he used to always, be like a crybaby. He was good as he could be, but
you couldn't beat him.
Yeah.
He tickled me one time when he was doing the tip bucket, and the guys robbed his tip bucket one time, so he tied a rope to his tip bucket and tied it to a stool. Tricked the guy. It was so funny. He said, that guy grabbed my bucket, he went up in there, he went, because he wasn't going to move Big Jerry. He was not going to move this man off his
feet. We're going to get ready to go ahead and wind this thing down. If there ain't out there you'd like to give a shout out to, go ahead and have it.
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to some of the guys that's here, Vince Johnson, Joyce Henderson, all of these good friends of mine, and we play together. We still jam together. And I'll probably find Vince tonight. I'll call him or Joyce, and we'll see where they at. I'll probably go over to, I'm on Business Steel Bills tonight. I also played over there a long time ago.
Wild Bill.
Wild Bills.
Yep, on Valentine over there. So
right. Ben took me there.
Wow.
Years ago.
Wow.
So I like to give a shout out to all those cats, and just like I said, the cats that's gone, they know, they hear us.
Well, man, I just thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to have this interview, and I know we gotta do this again, because there's lots more out there we're gonna bring up, talk about.
I like that new music I'm putting out, the new song.
Yeah.
Love Me No More.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it. It's got a good hook. But whatever you do, don't sing it to your old lady.
This 10 minutes went so fast.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to ask you about your award-winning thing here in Memphis. So next time, remind me. We definitely gonna get into that.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
door, baby, and put me out.
I know I done you wrong so many times. If you give me another chance, I know I done you wrong, but wrong will make it right. If you let me in tonight, I promise you I'll make it right. I got one foot in and one foot out. Don't shut that door, baby, and put me out. I got one foot in and one foot out. Don't shut that door, baby, and put me out. Oh, I love you so much. I know I'm guilty for loving you this way. If you let me in tonight, I promise you I'll make it right. Oh, got one foot in, yes I do, and one foot out.
Don't shut the door, baby, and put me out.
I got one foot in and one foot out.
Don't shut the door, baby, and put me out.
It's a thin line between love and hate. My heart is filled with tears, but my eyes won't let me cry. I got one foot in and one foot out. Don't shut that door, baby, and put me out. Let's not make a scene. Girl, it's not a dream. If you give me just one more chance, I promise you I'll make it right. Oh, got one foot in, oh, and one foot out.
Don't shut the door, baby, and put me out.
I got one foot in, oh, and one foot out.
Don't shut the door, baby,
And put me out. I got one foot in, and one foot out.
don't shut the door, baby, and put me out.
I got one foot in, yes I do, and one foot out. Listen,
Don't shut the door, baby, and put me out.
I got one foot in,
One foot out. Don't shut the door, baby, and put me out.
I got one foot in, and one foot out. Don't
Shut the door, baby, and put me out.
Is the blues all right?
got a woman, she told me, why don't you make up your mind? I got a woman, yes I do. She told me, you need to make up your mind. And I looked at her all crazy. I said, girl, what's wrong with you tonight?
Ain't nobody at home but me. Said the rain comes on down. Ain't nobody at home but me. It's a rain so hard, I don't need to be out in the street.
I think I called, baby, tell them no, all alone. I think I called my little sweet thing, tell them home, all alone. She said, "You like the boy, you better get your foot off that road." Well, I'm looking out the window, I don't see nothing but rain. Well, I'm looking out the window, I don't see nothing but rain. It's a rain so hard, I can hardly see my window pane. Go Tim. What's going on back here? Yeah, let me get this going. Now, what, I know y'all can